when I went to high school. Okay. Well, I went to high school in the year of 1969. That was my freshman year in high school, and it wasn't what we expected because all of my classmates and everybody that lived on in the same area that I live in, we were all pumped and excited because we were gonna go to Wheatley when we went to high school. To make a long story short, that didn't happen. That was when they decided to bus the black students to the white school. I can't laugh, right? Oh, okay. They decided to bus us to the white school. Oh, it was devastating. Everybody was hurt. Everybody was mad because, back in that day, all the black students went to Wheatley. And here we go, my first year of high school. And where do I end up going? To the white school. So, to make a long story short, we got bused to Sam Houston. It was horrible for a child at the age of 15 to go to that school and had to put up with that, go through that, because it was something that you didn't expect. The kids were mad, so of course, the parents were mad. The white students were mad because, how dare them ship these black students to their school? Because Sam Houston in the 1960s was predominantly white. I mean, it wasn't black people there. So my class was the very first class that went to that school. So, needless to say, it was devastating for especially a child, especially me, because I was kind of like a little loner. I kind of stayed to myself, and it was horrible. I mean, we went out there. It was fights, everyday fights. We had paddy wagons parked out in the front of the schools. We had police at, at each end of every hallway because everybody was fighting. The black students were fighting the whites, and then the black students was trying to fight the teachers. It was just devastating. But it was just hard. It was hard for us. It would really, a lot of times, and I include myself, didn't want to go to school. We didn't want to go, so we would shoot hooky. We shoot hooky. It had where it was, Sam Houston was on one side, and then they had Portwood on the other side. And right on this side of Portwood was church. So everybody would try to go and hide behind the church. So once school took up, then we could leave and go. We just hung out because nobody wanted to go to school. And the police were mean. They were sitting there at each end of the hallway with them, what do they call those? Yeah, doing this. They was just waiting for somebody to act up. And like I say, they had paddy wagons parked out in front of the schools. And it was devastating. So that's really why I guess, a lot of people get real excited when high school, because they look forward to doing so many things in high school. We didn't look forward to it. I didn't even look forward to, after I graduated from high school, I didn't look forward to going to any of the class reunions because you have in your mind what you went through when you were at that school. And it was just devastating. It was my experience for at least the first 2 years. The third year kind of simmered down. Then the fourth year, I almost got kicked out of school because I had a fight, and they wanted to kick me out because I had a fingernail file in my hand, and they said that they could kick me out of school because I was a weapon. So your grandmother had to. It was a mess. She was mad. She had to come and talk to the principal and talk to, and then they talked to the other girl, and she was truthful that I didn't try to stab her with the fingernail file, but it seemed like it was starting all over again because this was a white girl.
Why did y'all get into it? Do you remember?
Yes, it was because her and my best friend Gwen had got into an altercation about a guy. Gwen was going with the guy, and then the guy was talking to the white girl too. So then we was all outside, and Gwen and her got into it, and I just happened to be there at the time. I had my, like I said, I had the file in my hand, and when they started trying to tussle, I tried to get like between them, and that's how I ended up getting in between them, and that's how I got put into the mix. But it worked out okay because the girl was truthful and forthcoming, and she did tell him that I did not try to do anything with that nail file to her, and I was able to go back to class, and then I was able to graduate in 1972. So basically, it was all tied to, you know, because we just wasn't around those people, and it was devastating. And times, I guess, did get better, but then look at it now again.